Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adgure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adgure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Pituitary gland, primary gland and regulator of all other glands. When the body is harmonized through the glandular system, it has the potential to harmonize with the soul. So the practice has a relation with the sixth chakra, the insight, the arcline from temple to temple or ear to ear in depictions of saints. So the antennae around the head which calls in what we need and what is helpful and filters what isn't. So we will start the practice with a right leg lunge stretch. For 1 minute we will breathe long and deep. I'll show you the posture in a moment. For the second and third minutes we will take a breath of fire. So breath of fire is a fundamental breath that you will meet often in Kundalini. The best way perhaps to introduce yourself to it, or that I have met, is to start by sticking the tongue out and just panting like a dog. So when we do that, naturally I hope feel that the navel just snaps gently back towards the spine each time. So the pace is just like a sort of choo-choo train, exhaling. And it can be steady or it can be, you know, faster and more of a constant fluttering and palpation of that abdomen as you feel more confident. So that was how we learnt the sensation. So now we're going to put the tongue away and the exhale is just going to happen through the nose. So we go from this to this. So I'm just exhaling constantly through both nostrils in a regular rhythm. The navel, the abdomen is responding and snapping back. And I'm just sort of ignoring the inhale. There's no effort on the inhale. We just focus on the exhale and the inhale will happen. So at your pace. So the first posture, we're going to come into a lunge. And then it is cool today, so I'm just going to start by doing some stirrings into the hips on that side. So a kind of figure 8, just feeling my way into the posture. So we want the right leg on the floor flat, some kind of perpendicular of the shin, not overstretching, fairly straight, and then the left leg is back and I'm on the front of the back foot. So the hands, we want them ideally to be flat. So for me, I like the posture at this time with the blocks supporting the hands, and we're going to tuck the back toe and bring the back leg off. So we're going to start long, slow, deep breathing for 1 minute. There's a slight gripping of the toes, pulling up with the arch of the front foot, so we're not hanging out heavy into the foot, and then we're not sagging into the hips, we're just keeping them straight, and the neck finds a natural alignment with the rest of the spine. So just long, slow, deep breathing. So it's a tough posture. I'm just going to come out of it before we continue and find a couple of those figure eights, just easing back out. And then we're going to find that breath of fire, exhaling through the nose, come back into the posture for a further 2 minutes. So closing the eyes and dropping in, finding your rhythm. Last minute, so if you need to pause, do so, drop into long deep breathing, otherwise continue. Take an inhale, hold it, holding in the abdomen, hold, and release, coming out of the posture. Ooh, well done. So then we're going to take that right leg back, and we're actually going to lie onto the right leg. I'll move my blocks out of the way. So right leg is tucked underneath the body. It's not swinging out to the side like pigeon pose, it's more going towards the groin. The left leg is straight back behind us and we're on the front of the foot, so we can feel both the big toe and the little toe on the mat behind me. And then we want to bring the forehead down. So for me, that is more comfortable on the elbows. And we can bring the forehead down, and we can find something, a cushion or a block, to support the forehead. if you can, and the forehead is on the floor or comfortable, you take one arm or even both arms back. It's a little bit too much pressure into my front leg, so I'm going to go on the elbows. So for 3 minutes, we're just going to rest our forehead in a comfortable position and long, slow, deep breathing through the nose. A deep sigh, settling into breathing. Keep the focus on the breath. So the next posture is to find that lunge stretch on the left side and repeat the same. 1 minute of long, slow, deep breathing and 2 minutes of breath of fire. So the body can be a completely different universe, left to right. My ankle's giving a nice click. So foot is flat on the floor. A little bit of tension in the foot to lift the arch. Shin is vertical or thereabouts, and we're going to stretch the right leg back on the toes. Nice position through the spine, hips not sagging too much, and then long, slow, deep breathing for the first minute through the nose. And then between the first and the last 2 minutes, I'm just going to stir that hip. I've been playing a lot of sound kneeling, so constantly in my hip flexors. So this is challenging today. Right, some figure eights, just juicing up that hip. And then we will continue with 2 minutes breath of fire. So your pace, exhaling through the nose, pulling the navel. last 30 seconds. And then we're going to hold the inhale, pull up on the navel, and exhale. And then the left leg is going to tuck under us. We're going to scoot the right leg back, laying the leg down on the floor, the front of the foot, bringing our forehead to the floor, or as near as can be. I'm going to have a cushion. So 3 minutes of long, deep breathing through the nose. If you can, bringing the arms back. Probably manage one arm to go back. It's a vocal day today. So staying present with the breath. Another 1.5 minutes to go. Long, slow, deep breathing through the nose. Allowing whatever it is to pour out of the forehead into the earth. Last 30 seconds. I'm going to take a deep inhale, holding the breath. And just holding the navel to the spine. And exhale. And just calming round, coming up. So the next posture is going to be a front standing forward bend. So we're going to place the feet under the shoulders, about a couple of feet apart. I'll just go side on. And simply bring the hands to the floor. Or that can be the hands supported on blocks, whichever is comfortable. So the knees don't have to be super straight, there can be a slight bend. And just long, slow, deep breathing for 3 minutes. And disappear into my jumper. So
the weight ever so slightly in the ball of the feet, not hanging out and stretching too much into the back of the legs. Allow the neck to relax and the head to be heavy. So just coming up to the last minute. So weight tiny bit into the toes. Soften the knees a tiny touch if you need to. Long, slow, deep breathing. The crown of the head is dropping to the earth. Last 30 seconds. And taking an inhale, pulling the navel to the spine, holding, and then release. And just coming down into the kneeling position. Hands in the lap. Just take a moment. Breathing in and out. The next posture is called Standing Ego Eradicator. For the purposes of the camera, I'm just going to show it kneeling. So we're going to be in standing, so feet comfortably hip width apart. We're going to take the arms up, something like a 30-degree angle. And then the thumbs are out. That's quite key to the posture. But the rest of the fingers are just, it's almost we're curling the joints so that they're touching the mounds of the palms. So they're not totally into the centre of the palms. They're more kind of clawed into the edge of the hands. I hope you can see that. So we're going to maintain that posture, thumbs pointing up, fingers on the palms, elbows straight, long, slow, deep breathing for 3 minutes. Focus on the brow, a third eye. Maybe imagine an arc of light between the two thumbs over your posture. Maybe imagine an arc of light from temple to temple, from ear to ear. Long, slow, deep breathing.
Last minute. Elbow straight, thumbs up, fingers into the palms. Long, slow, deep breathing. Just take a final inhale in the posture. Pull up on the navel, the root lock, the anus, perineum muscles. Hold a sling of hammock under the body, the navel to the spine. Hold and release. Bringing the arms back down. Next posture, we're going to come into triangle pose for 3 minutes. So hands shoulder width apart, second fingers pointing forward, and then we're gonna come up, bringing the pelvis up, just pedaling out the legs. If the heels can reach the floor, great. We're just going to hold this pose, long, slow, deep breathing for 3 minutes. Last minute or so. So the navel is gently through the spine. The back of the legs is open. They may be starting to feel it. A little bit of shaking. The gaze can be to the navel, to the root, between the feet, allowing the neck to hang free. Less than a minute to go. Last 30 seconds or less. So taking an inhale, holding the breath, holding the root lock, anus, perineum, navel to spine. Exhale and release, coming down onto the knees. And then basically calm in a well-deserved relaxation on the stomach, turning the head to one side. And we're just going to relax for 1 minute. So I let my arms by my side, palms up, completely let that go. Maybe a little swish to and fro of the pelvis just to release.
and just drop into the floor. Feeling your belly expand, pushing into the floor of the mat. And maybe when we hit 30 seconds, the head just turns to the other side. Yum, yum, yum. I think that's my favourite posture so far. Okay. So, staying on the stomach, we're going to take a cobra pose for 1 minute with long, deep breathing. So, from that lying on the stomach position, the cobra. So, we can bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms flat. The legs can be close together or parallel, or you may like to just turn the toes out, just see what feels better for your lower back. But there is a slight lift in the navel. The belly isn't sort of flumped onto the floor. There's a slight tension and a lifting up through the front of the body that extends up to the chin. So that's a great cobra to hold for 1 minute. If you have the capacity to bring the hands under the shoulders, to come into a higher cobra, great to do so. Your arms might be towards straight, or like mine, they might be bent, but we want the shoulders rolled back and down. I'm going to hold a pose with my elbows on the floor today, so slight tension in the navel, chin and the neck, some openness to it, just long, slow, deep breathing for 1 minute. I'm going to develop that pose as a cobra with head turns. So the same posture, but we're going to turn the head to the left, inhaling, and turn the head to the right, almost as if we're looking to the side and behind us. Try and keep the shoulders fairly still. It's the neck and head that do and the gaze that do the rotation. So continuing for 2 minutes. So choose your posture. If you're here, that's great. Or if you're here on the elbows of me. Okay. So inhale. Exhale. I'm actually closing my eyes and my gaze is imagining that I'm looking round to the toe. Exhale. Inhale. for less than a minute. Just enjoy this movement. Shoulders remain back and down, space in the neck, that tension in the navel. Proud, curious cobra in the year of the wood yang snake. And then just bring the head to the center. Take an inhale and just hold it there for a moment. A light tension in the navel. And let that go. And just coming down and just rock the navel, the belly from side to side, just easing into the lower back. And then let's just push up and get halfway to a bum back child's pose. See how that feels. Just again giving the bum a bit of a wiggle, and then just going back in your time to slowly find the bum on the heels, or as near as in a little child's pose. Make a little stack for the forehead. Just resting the lower back and the kidney area that we just spoke to. Just seeing how it feels. Yeah. Right. So the next posture, we're going to bring the forehead down, but hands are in front of the knees, and beg your pardon, you cheeky distraction. We are going to have the knees wide. So my toes are touching behind, the knees are wide. And what we're going to do is come up and just do a flowering opening of the upper body, the chest, the face, the arms, and exhale to come down, forehead to the ground. So we're going to continue that for 3 minutes, just deep breathing. Oh, you cheeky monkey belly doll. Right, so inhale. Sorry, inhale. Exhale. Full breaths, exhale. About halfway there, just enjoying, exhale into the earth, and a flowering into the sky, exhale. How open can we be? Last minute. fully open summer blossom ripe position, and just enjoy the autumn folding of that down, leaf falling into the earth. And just stay for a moment with your head, your forehead connected to the earth. Slow, deep breathing. Bien. So the last exercise, we're going to stay, the knees can come a little bit closer, the forehead to the ground, or if you want that contact and it's just teasingly away, we have a little cushion that brings the ground to us. So we're going to clasp the hands behind, whichever clasp feels natural. If you can clasp open or with the palms touching each other, suits your shoulders great. But we're actually going to bring that clasp up, so I think for me that's going to be, cushion might be over treating myself. So for 3 minutes we're going to place the forehead on the ground. The clasp is going to come up above the back, and just long, slow, deep breathing through the nose, submitting to the earth. Actually, what might feel nice is just a bit of a bum lift. That's better. So 3 minutes. Just halfway there. Bring the arms down. I'm going to change the clasp just to see how that feels. And bringing the arms back up. Long, slow, deep breathing. Last 30 seconds. What can we surrender? Just take a deep breath. Hold and release. Bring the arms back down. So maybe alongside the body, just a moment in rock pose, child's pose. Just absorbing the practice. So the head has been down for a while. So just bring the arms out, the hands. Just super slow, unfurling the spine back to upright. Just maybe bring the palms together in the lap. Spine is straight, chin is slightly tucked. It's a silver cord in the crown of the head, just lifting it to the sky. So find your spine settlement. We just bring the palms together, the hands that still haven't warmed up despite the practice, to the centre of the chest, and we'll take 3 long sat-nams together. Inhale and exhale, and inhale to begin. Sat